Aditya Birla Activ One Max. Launched in late 2023, this plan packs in some very interesting benefits. But the question is this plan still relevant in 2026? To know this exactly, in this video, we will not just review the shiny product features that agents and call centers keep talking about, but go several layers deep to understand the product and the insurance company better. Using my 20 years of experience at Beshak's deep research, I'll break down the fine print, the real world claim performance, and the hard data behind this plan. So by the end, you won't just know what the policy offers, you'll also know whether it actually performs when the time comes.
Mahavir Chopra, the founder and chief executive officer of Beshak.org.
India's only insurance platform that is 100% neutral, 100% not influenced by insurer commissions. So here's what we will be covering in this video. Number 1, quick overview of Aditya Birla Health Insurance as an insurance company. 2, unique features of Activ One Max plan. 3, a quick roll call of all the core benefits. 4, most importantly, we will cover the claims and the customer service performance of Aditya Birla. Next, we will understand how this product is priced. And in the finale, for the first time, you will get Beshak ratings. You will see how this plan rates compared to other plans in the market based on Beshak's detailed research-backed evaluation process you've developed for the common man. And yes, why we will try to keep this simple, but if at any point in time, if you feel overwhelmed, confused with the information, you can now book a free call with India's top 5% insurance experts. Now, these are not freshers in a call center, but real experts with up to 20 years of experience in the space. They will not only guide you, but will also help you in the entire journey from purchase to claims. Click on the link in the description and book your free consultation today. Okay, quickly taking on all the USPs of this plan that we found worthy of this review. The number 1 USP is health returns through health management program. Now, most insurance companies have been focusing on cure and hospitalization. This is a plan that also wants to focus on proactive and preventive healthcare. Now, what does this plan offer? This plan encourages you to stay active and offers points that can help you reduce your premium over time. In fact, even reduce it to 0 at the time of renewal. What you need to basically do is earn wellness points based on daily steps, activity goals, and health assessments. And then these can be used to pay insurance premiums, any other kind of deductions that happen at the time of claims, OPD treatments, and even for buying any kind of devices. So this is a great feature for someone who basically feels that I am taking care of my health. Why should I be paying the same premium compared to someone who's not taking care of their health? So that is the first feature. Number 2 is unlimited care. Now, this is becoming a common feature that we're seeing in every review. This is basically a feature where the insurance company is saying that in your lifetime or in your family's lifetime, if there is one claim that goes beyond your sum insured and to any extent, we will cover you. So there is no limit to one claim that you can make in your lifetime. So even if you're, let's say, taking a 10 lakh policy or a 20 lakh policy, and you, for one instance in your lifetime, you have had a claim of, let's say, 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 1 crore or whatever amount, you can take this option of basically using this add-on option called unlimited care. Now, this can be opted only in the first 2 years of the plan, but usually what we are seeing is that the insurance company is embedding this add-on as a fixed add-on. So in most cases, this may actually be a part of the product that an agent offers you. But while you are taking the product, you be careful that if you want this feature, you should take this add-on. Now, next is basically Sum Insured Multiplier. Now, this is also something that has become very interestingly common with insurance companies. Niva Bupa has this feature, and similarly now Aditya Birla also has this feature. In this feature, let's say if you're buying multiple tenure policies like 2-year policy, 3-year policy, or 5-year policy, you can basically have the benefit of using the entire sum insured over the 5 years. So let's say if you've taken a 10 lakh cover and let's say you have taken a 3-year tenure. Now, over a period of 3 years, you have a 30 lakh cover. You can use 30 lakhs even in the first year. The overall liability that the insurance company will have will remain at 30 lakhs, but you have the option of basically taking cover in advance in case you need it. So these kind of things basically help you offer a kind of a benefit over and above your sum insured, which is becoming the need of the hour today and in the kind of age that we live. Moving on to the core benefits, a quick roll call of all the core benefits. The IPD benefit basically is the room rent charge limit or any kind of category limit. This policy does not have any kinds of limits. Pre and post hospitalization expenses is also great. It gives you 90 days prior and 180 days after discharge, which is great. It takes care of most of the use cases that you and I would go through. Daycare treatments, domiciliary treatments, modern treatment, and organ donor, all of them have no limits. And in case of daycare treatments, all kind of treatments are covered. In domiciliary treatment also, there are no exclusions specifically mentioned in the policy wordings. So this is kind of a comprehensive new age policy that most insurers are offering, and it basically checks all the boxes for this kind of a cover. Now we move to the good to have benefits. The good to have benefits, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 that we have listed, which are very, very interesting. The first cover is a very common cover called the consumables cover. Now, this is inbuilt in the plan. You don't have to pay any extra premium for this specific benefit. It actually offers you something which usually is a deduction in a policy. Any insurance policy basically will not pay for non-medical expenses like gloves and kits and those kind of things, which are consumables in a hospital. This plan basically tells you that it will cover you for all those kind of consumables also. We'll do a small list here which will tell you exactly what kind of these expenses are typically not covered but covered in this plan. The next one is basically called bonus. Now, this plan gives you a loyalty bonus. Now, most of the plans have started doing this. Is basically a non-claim linked loyalty bonus is what is offered. It is offered at 2x once. So whenever you complete 1 year of renewal, you basically your cover becomes double, and it accumulates up to 5 times as per the policy terms. Now, there is a very, very interesting add-on in this plan which you must know, and it's becoming the need of the hour. It's called the durable medical equipment cover. It's an add-on where basically what happens is that usually a health insurance policy does not cover equipments in the policy, like for example a wheelchair, or let's say an oxygen concentrator, and a lot of other things that are being mentioned here like ventilator, prosthetic device, suction machine, commode chairs, infusion pump. These are not covered under health insurance in a regular policy. This policy allows you to cover this at an additional cost. So basically the overall limit in the policy will be about 5 lakhs. So you will have, you can basically buy equipments that are required and prescribed by a doctor up to 5 lakhs. And the premium that is mentioned here for a 30-year-old male, if he's buying a policy, let's say for his spouse and a 1-year-old kid, which is the typical use case that we discussed, the premium will be around 1700 rupees, which is quite affordable in my view. It actually gives you something, gives you a good kind of a benefit. Now let's move to the exclusions. There are the standard exclusions, the 30-day exclusion in the first year. There's a 2-year waiting period for all specified diseases, and there's a 3-year waiting period for all pre-existing diseases. Let's understand the modifications. For 7 specific illnesses that have been mentioned in the policy terms and conditions, like diabetes, BP, obesity, even people who have got angioplasty done a year ago, you can get covered under the chronic care add-on. Now, by this, what happens is that you start getting covered from basically day 1. Approximate premium that we have calculated for one single male, let's say 30-year-old who has, let's say, hypertension, would come to around 1300 rupees extra. So by paying 1300 rupees extra, you can get a cover for your specific disease, like if it is hypertension, from day 1 instead of the 4th year, meaning after completion of the 3 years, right? So that is the modification that you can do. Apart from that, I don't see any other modifications here that have been listed by our research team. Now we move to the next important parameter, which is customer service. Customer service parameters are typically not available through the regulator or through the insurance company in any manner. So we do our own audit. So these numbers are from our own audit. We do 2 checks. One, we do a check on the toll-free response, and the second is we do a check on the Twitter response. On toll-free, Aditya Birla performs at average. So it basically performs as good or as bad as any other insurance company in the industry. On Twitter, we have marked them as quick. So they are typically better than most other companies on Twitter for response. So that is service parameters. Moving on to the most important part of the video, which is basically claims experience. Understanding claims experience is very important because that's when all the promises that we so far heard, which is basically related to कि क्या मिलेगा, unlimited cover मिलेगा, मतलब equipment का cover मिलेगा, और no questions asked, daycare cover hai, organ donor cover hai, will actually an insurance company pay, what's the performance is what we're going to quickly discuss. Now there are 3-4 quick important parameters that we will understand. The first one is speed of claim settlement. How many claims did an insurance company settle in the first 30 days after they were received? It gets a very good number, 99.90%. So basically Aditya Birla is settling almost all claims within the first 30 days, which is great. The next one is claim complaints. Kitne complaints aaye ek insurance company ko over claims. This is coming to a number of 0.16%. This is decent. I have compared this with some other insurance companies in the market and specifically peers to Aditya Birla, and it is coming out to be quite okay as a number. But of course, complaint to complaint hai, ek bhi nahi honi chahiye. The next is incurred claim ratio. The typical thumb of rule that we have for incurred claim ratio is that it should be between 60 to 80%. In this specific case, Aditya Birla fares at 75.97%. So it's a decent number, nothing to worry about. The next one is claim rejection ratio. ये बहुत important है कि कितना एक insurance company claim reject कर रहा है over the number of claims it receives. Now this number is around 4.06%. Again, nothing to worry about. It's a decent number. I have compared this with some other insurance companies. If you compare it to, let's say, someone like an HDFC, it could be high. But if you compare it to, let's say, a Niva or let's say a Star, it is low. So it's not bad, it's not good. Now moving to the premium amount. Premium amount समझना बहुत जरूरी है, because after all the services that you're getting in terms of whatever we spoke about, claims, service, the product features that you're getting, it's important to also know if the product is affordable. So for Mr. Kumar, which we typically look at as a use case, who's 30-year-old, is getting a plan for himself, his wife, and a 1-year-old kid for a location like Mumbai, and the sum insured is 10 lakhs, is coming to around 18,584 rupees. So it's a decently priced product in my view. We will obviously, if you want to see the comparison of this, you can always come on our website and talk to an expert and they will give you a comparison. But from what I know, this is not a bad premium. Now let's look at the finale, which is very, very important, because there are so many products in the market. How do you compare them across all these parameters and across all the insurance companies that are there, is what we've done. We've solved this with bringing out something called the Beshak ratings. We rate products relatively to all the other products in the market. So suppose अगर हम टोल फ्री देख रहे हैं, तो टोल फ्री सबसे अच्छा किसका है, उसको हम कंपेयर करते हैं ये इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के साथ, for you to know where they fare compared to the best. If you look at the product benefits rating, in case of Aditya Birla Activ One Max, they get 4.85 out of 5, which is a great score. It's actually scoring very well. It comes in the top tier at Beshak ratings. So they are getting almost good marks, very, very good marks. They're like a topper at Beshak ratings. Let's look at the customer service rating. It comes at 4.72. This again is a great score. Most of the companies that I have been reviewing so far do not get have not been getting a score of even 4. So again, they're doing well here. And the claims experience rating is a surprise 5 out of 5. So when we compared Aditya Birla's claims service with all the other insurance companies that exist in the country, with the data that is available, they have scored as the topmost insurance company in the country. Now, you may feel that मैं जब बात कर रहा हूँ आपको लग रहा होगा कि I'm selling this to you, but you can be very, very rest assured about this fact that we are a 100% neutral company. हमको ₹1 कमीशन में या मार्केटिंग में एडवर्टाइजिंग में नहीं मिलता कोई भी कंपनी से. So from that perspective, you can be rest assured to know that from a claims perspective, Aditya Birla Activ One Max fares very, very good. Now, going to the overall Beshak rating, which is of course a culmination of all the 3 ratings that we spoke about, product benefit, service and claims, most importantly, is 4.9. So they are rated as one of the best plans in the market in our comparison by our methodology. Hope you like the review that we've done on this product. We tried to pack in everything in as much amount of time that we had. Now, if you have any questions that we have not covered as part of the review, you can always come on the comment section and ask those questions. We will ensure that they are answered. And if you definitely like the video in any form and the kind of efforts that we are taking to solve for basically you being able to understand insurance, do like, share and subscribe. It really encourages us to do more and more videos. Thank you very much.